Good morning.
Good
Or
morning.
yes, good morning.
It's still morning by me as well. I love that you are wearing that beautiful rosy pink, that's absolute. And I've got the green. Also brought
Got the green.
a little bit of,
Ah,
yeah. Uh,
I've got my lovely green heart chakra card.
Love it, love it. And also I have brought in rose quartz, which is for, self-love, unconditional love, beautiful rose quartz heart. My heart is a little shell, mother of pearl heart, which has got like a little swirl in the front, like a spiral type of thing. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, let me,
Yeah.
like there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I can see that little
Let me,
spiral.
let me show you again. There we
Yeah, so like a little musical note, isn't it? A
go.
bass
Hmm.
clef, I think it is.
And then I've got fluorite, which is also,
Yeah, I've
great.
got some
And malachite and green calcite. So I've got all our heart chakra,
jade. I've
jade,
got some
of course.
jade and I've got some malachite as well.
Malachite.
So
Yeah, I've also got some malachite. And what oil do you have for the heart? Would you recommend?
well, I always go for the rose oil because it's the highest vibrational frequency oil. However, there's eucalyptus and sage that are very, very good for the heart, working with the heart.
For me,
So,
as well, is rose geranium. Rose geranium, I'm absolutely just, love rose geranium. I've got so many rose geranium plants in my garden and obsessed with rose geranium. Just that beautiful healing plant as well with the immune system. It's a very good immune booster. So here we are chatting about the heart chakra. But from my heart to your heart, how are you today, Claire?
actually, I'm very well. It's a very, very blustery day, but actually, because the heart is to do with air, I thought how appropriate because the wind is blowing and I've got my patio door open and it's blowing through and it's just completely energizing me. So yeah, loving it today.
Yes. And also here we've had some huge storms as well. We're getting smack bang into winter right now. And also just a lot of rain.
Excuse me, but my technology, I think it's the weather. My technology is playing up. Sorry, Nirvana, go on.
No problem, because it's much nicer that you're lighter, than going into a darker mode. It's normally when there's a window behind you that it will make you darker. Yeah. So, okay, so heart chakra, what can I tell you about the heart chakra? Let me open up my Evernote because I got a couple of things here with the heart. I nearly read you the wrong thing. Can you believe it? So what I have here is the Sanskrit name is Anatta, right? How do you say it? Anatta?
Anata, yeah, Anata.
And the color frequency, of course, is green. The location is in the center of the chest, center of the chest. Relates to feelings, love, compassion, and forgiveness for oneself and others. So, and then later on, I'll go on into the affirmations. Maybe towards the end, I'll quote some of those affirmations. What is your kind of input about the heart chakra?
So the anahata, the Sanskrit meaning for that is actually unhurt, and the heart chakra is the chakra. It's the central chakra, so it's right in the middle. Obviously, if there's three each side of it, so it's also the chakra that connects us with the earth, with Mother Earth, also to the spirit. So when the heart is in balance, we are spiritually and earthly in balance. Which is very, very powerful because then we can sort of love, we can go send that love out to our community all around the globe. So yeah, what else have I got about the heart? It's about self-forgiveness. It's actually, if you really want to work on your heart chakra, I would suggest doing the Ho'oponopono, which I can read at the end for people that are not familiar with the Ho'oponopono. And it's about self-love first, because until we love ourselves, we can't really find that vibrational energy to love others in the way that we, only from the head space anyway, not from the heart space.
Yeah, I love that you say that's the center point, because it's really connecting heaven and earth together, right? That's really
Yeah,
heaven and
yeah,
earth, and
heaven and earth.
and that balance point, as you say. I wanted to
And
carry on.
can I just share that obviously in the UK, we do have the equivalent of the heart chakra, Nirvana. I'm sure that you have heard of Glastonbury, and you've heard of the all the sort of sacred sites around that area. So that's kind of the heart chakra location in the UK.
Wonderful. Wow, that's incredible. And I wanted to tell you that in South Africa, it's funny that you were mentioning what is in the UK, because I wanted to tell you in South Africa, the first heart transplant took place by Dr. Chris Barnard. And he was the first guy that did a heart transplant. And he said, the heart is just a pump. And it's and I thought I wanted to, put that little comic relief in there, in Afrikaans, for those who understand Afrikaans. It says die hart is maar net 'n pomp, and it means it pumps, it's literally pumping the blood, obviously, through the whole body. And it's such a funny saying, but yet if you look at it, the heart is really responsible for that pumping of all of that life force in our body. But the heart is more than just the pump, right? Because this is also, are you thinking with your head or are you thinking with your heart? We were actually discussing that in Circle on Monday. Where do you feel from? Where do you think from? Where do you choose from? From your heart or from your mind? And the furthest journey for people is the journey between the head and the heart, correct?
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, because we are connecting the physical to the to the earth, to the heavens, as you put it. We do need the balance between the two, because we are on an earthly journey. We're spiritual people on an earthly journey, and so I feel it's important to have that balance. So we need the head clear, and we need the heart clear as well. So and so what you're saying about the heart just being a pump, well, yes, that's from the earthly, that's from the 3D viewpoint,
but very important, right? If the heart had to come pumping, we'd be like, in spirit.
Yes, unfortunately, it's not like if we lose a water pump and we can get buckets. With the heart, it's not quite as simple as that.
Absolutely. And also, I just wanted to also go back into what you were saying about, a spiritual being having an earthly experience, and kind of brings back to our MEPS, right? Mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. And I think that's where it all comes together, is here in the heart. That's where they all balance or need to balance, because we can be compassionate to the mental part of ourselves and bring love to that. The physical sides of it and bring love to that. The emotional side, which, people relate it to the heart, but the emotions, I think, is more in the solar plexus, into the gut. That's where we kind of feel from, which we discussed in our previous video. But I find that's where the balance is of the four bodies. What do you think?
I absolutely agree, and I think that is why it's the central point, the 0 point, where everything kind of hits energetically, and because obviously the solar plexus is the chakra next to it. You often feel, don't you? You kind of have that feeling literally between the heart and the solar plexus, somewhere just below your sort of breast. And it's often discussed that the heart is the second brain. The stomach is the second brain, and so with that heart energy, you can really open your energetic field, your kind of radio frequencies. It's almost like a radio band, isn't it? A bandwidth of vibrational energy that we can really open right up incredibly once we've got the heart mind balance.
Yeah.
So I certainly agree with you on that.
What do you know about the high heart? So the high heart sits somewhere here. And I haven't actually read up too much about the high heart, but it's more the high heart. I think it's more that connects with your soul, with the, you know, the soul star, which is just above 6 feet or is it 6 inches, 6 inches above your head,
Yeah.
the high heart. And that's more where the pink comes in, right? So we haven't quite
Yes.
discussed the colors and the so obviously I did say earlier on the heart is that emerald green, which is the healer, and I think the angel with that is Archangel
Raphael.
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 Right,
Yeah.
that's right. And when we're coming into the pink, which is a finer energy, the high heart, which connects to our soul.
Absolutely right, Nirvana. I mean, we can go on to discuss the star chakra, you know, as part of this program, if people want us to. I don't personally. I know as much as you do about that. You know, I do know that the pink energy is really connected with the high heart, which is kind of in between the heart chakra and the throat. So it's sort of taking the power upwards to the heavens, if you like. So we can talk about that definitely.
Yeah, we'll look into that a little bit more. And the other thing that I kept on thinking about was that beautiful rosebud pink meditation that I did once in our circle. Remember opening up of the heart, and I mean, you know, just to kind of give the people that are listening to this an idea is just literally imagine a closed rosebud in your heart and take your time and visualize that opening up and opening up and opening up, and each petal opening up and opening up until it literally fills the room, it fills your property, it fills your community. You can really expand that rosebud, and you can
Absolutely.
take time. And this is a meditation that anybody can do just by visualizing beautiful pink, like the color that you are wearing, rosebud in your heart center and opening that up. I think that is such a, because that's for self-love and for unconditional love, as you know, as you say. And I think maybe that's a good opportunity for you to tell us a little bit more about the Ho'oponopono.
Yes, just speaking into that, Nirvana, the also what I tend to do with that meditation is I bring in the letting go of wounds in the heart as well. So as you breathe in, you're breathing in the love, and as you're letting go and expanding the rose and the petals opening, you can let go of the old wounds. So you're kind of taking in a positive and you're letting go of a negative. And as you say, you can expand that right across the globe. You need to set an intention that, you know, you can really sort of work with. I find that very, very powerful when you sort of set an intention and say, this is how I'm feeling at the moment in my heart space, and then you can kind of work with letting it go, opening the petals and drawing the positive in. So, which takes me on to the Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian prayer, which is very, very good for clearing the heart space. I believe a doctor used it in a criminally insane mental hospital in Hawaii, and actually was practicing it with fairly recently, not in the hospital, but with another man who really slips my memory at the moment, but quite a sort of famous man that works with Ho'oponopono, and he actually cured this hospital of the criminally insane, and they were all discharged, and that was the and that you can look that up on YouTube. So basically it's a prayer that's about self-forgiveness. So it's please forgive me, I love you, thank you, I'm sorry. And you don't have to say it in that order, you can say it in any order you want, but it's always it's a repetitive thing. So when you remember it, say it. If you remember it in 2 seconds later, say it. If you want to say it in a particular situation, then share it with yourself and other people, because it really is a wonderful way of clearing any blocks.
It definitely is. It's one of my absolute favorite prayers, because you know when you say I'm sorry, it's and especially when it's about what somebody has done to you. Let's just use those words for a second.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry. So you can say, I'm sorry, because it's you basically saying, I'm sorry for my part in bringing this, out in you. And
Mm-hmm.
please forgive me doesn't mean also that, you, again, it's that part of you that brought that situation to be manifested between two energetics.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And of course, love is always the neutralizer of all of it. And then thanking that situation, thanking that event, it's I just feel that right now, because I had a huge event here last weekend where I literally found a black man under my bed. It is one of those horrific things where you cannot imagine. It's the worst nightmare. And just by talking to you and reminding myself of that ho'oponopono, I can feel that release of letting that go and releasing that energy. It is so powerful.
Absolutely. And you're absolutely right. It's about speaking into the energy without attaching any outcome or any of your own beliefs to it. Because what you believe is not necessarily what the universe is believing, and so we're just putting it out to the universe with that prayer and just saying we are not attaching to energy. We are just saying, I'm sorry if I've played any part in this energetically. I'm really sorry, forgive me.
Exactly. I'm just looking at my, at my little picture next to yours, and I'm seeing all the green grass and green leaves on my beautiful Table Mountain Kirstenbosch portrait here behind me. And I just think, how appropriate. That's so beautiful, all the greens. And Claire, I'm thinking that I'm going to read out some of the affirmations I have in here in front of me. How does that sound for you?
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I have one to finish as well. So
oh yay. All right, cool. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here in front of me, and then I'll just read them out, and then you can share the one that you have. And trust me, I just got these off the internet. It's not like these I've written these myself. So I welcome love with an open heart. My heart is healed from all wounds of the past. And these are also things you can say while you're doing that beautiful rose meditation. I naturally attract love everywhere I go. I release and let go of all resentment. That's one I need at the moment. And my heart space radiates powerful green light. So those are the ones that I have. Please share your beautiful affirmation.
Okay, so I'd like to just show our viewers that I have this beautiful diffuser with the green. I've got on the green light this morning, giving off this energetic, beautiful green for Raphael and the heart chakra, which is diffusing rose oil. So it couldn't be more perfect.
Oh wow, that's awesome! I love it.
So basically, what I found was a sort of a quote, and it says, I am safe, I am home, I am centered, I am grounded. And just leaning those words into the heart space
gives me goosebumps. Absolutely, my whole body went into a chill. That is so beautiful, and it's reminding me of my little teddy bears that I thought I would bring out. I love you.
Oh, they're so sweet. Oh, so sweet.
I just love the little show and tell that we do with all our little toys. I got my little red heart, which holds my crystals. I love the little show and tell. It's such a nice, important thing to play, ritual and play, and all those things, bringing in fragrance, bringing in color. And, it is, I'm going to light a rose incense this morning and just let that permeate through my house. I'm trying to say that. So, right. So people, please, we are here to discuss heart matters. What is on your heart? Is your heart broken? Is your heart closed? And how can we support in opening up the heart? What would you say, Claire?
yes, please reach out. We're on Facebook, Mepsology, at Mepsology, and on YouTube, MEPS, MEPS. Oh my goodness, there must be some broken-hearted hearts out there. I know we're talking to somebody out there that's gone through so much pain and heartbreak. And also we're speaking to Joy, that because there are so many emotions that come from the heart, and we are actually speaking about joy, as you said, Nirvana, fun, joy. Let's sparkle. And yeah, please lean into us with anything, any questions that you want to ask us, or any story that you may have to tell that we, would be interested in. So thank you.
Absolutely. At Mepsology is on YouTube and our Facebook page, and you can interact with us on any of those two platforms. And share, please ring that little bell, get notifications on each one of our uploads. We do our best to try and do it on a weekly basis. Every now and again, life happens, and it's a couple of days later, but we are here for the long haul, and we are here reaching our hand out to say, yeah, exactly, we are here, to help and support and to lift up any of these heaviness that a lot of people are dealing with. Or, as you say, maybe somebody has got a beautiful love story that they want to share from the heart. They're in love. I mean, that's so inspiring, that to hear how people's hearts are opening. But it's also inspiring to hear, and I say inspiring to hear, people that are stuck, people that are in resentment, or people that are brokenhearted, or even in hatred, because those inspirations help others to then look at, oh my God, I can also, work with this or release it. So we need to inspire each other to really, open up.
And I'd just like to speak into the fact that so many weddings, so many people that are wanting to get their relationship blessed have been cancelled, not once, but twice, 3 times, 4 times, and that must be awfully heartbreaking. So that if there's anyone out there that really wants to tell us their story about their wedding being cancelled because of the situation with the pandemic, please lean in. I'd love to hear. We'd love to hear some of your stories.
Awesome. Well, I think, was there anything else you wanted to end off with, Claire, or is that?
Yes, I wanted to say yam, which is the heart sound, and
yum. Is it yum?
Yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Very delicious. Yum. I like that. Awesome. Well, we looking forward to next week. We are going to do the throat chakra communications, and we're going to share more about what the throat chakra is all about.
Yes, we're going to be in the blue next week, in our blue mood.
Archangel Michael.
That was good old Michael.
Yeah. All right, we will share more about our throat chakra next week, and wishing you a beautiful day. Stay warm and enjoy opening of the heart.
Thank you, everybody. Namaste.
Bye, Claire.